Okay, but why did he invade Iran?
Because Iran didn't stop. They didn't stop spreading the Islamic Revolution to Iraq. They didn't stop provoking the Iraqi army into conflicts and skirmishes.
Let me be honest with you, Amr. I don't really give a shit about this word socialism. If you want to
I think you're just coping, to be honest. You're like coping with the fact that Saddam Hussein was actually like one of the most socialist leaders ever.
He's not known for that, though.
He is very known for that, actually. Like, he is very known for having applied socialism in the Arab world.
Okay, so Saddam, what socialists today in the Middle East who have new ideas of socialism are seeing Saddam socialism as the model?
Saddamism is very popular in the Arab world, just to let you know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people from the Gulf and from Saudi Arabia who love Saddam.
Not Saudi Arabia, no. There's like everywhere. There's Saddamists everywhere.
People love him. I know people love him.
Is the only type of Marxism-Leninism that will actually succeed in that.
But he wasn't a Marxist. He wasn't a Marxist. He said
he was very Marxist. He was actually pretty dangerous.
In his writings, he said he wasn't a Marxist.
Do you not know about the Al-Duri resistance movement? The only Marxist-Leninist guerrilla in the Middle East?
Which one?
The Al-Duri resistance movement. The only Marxist-Leninists in the Middle East. Like, it's unbelievable how... They are Marxist-Leninists, yes.
I can't hear what you're saying. Which Marxist movement?
Al-Duri resistance movement.
Al-Duri.
Yes.
Okay. I never heard of them.
Well, they're the most Marxist-Leninist guerrilla ever, and they kill Shias. So, like, it's pretty Marxist-Leninist of them, you know.
So, what's so Marxist about killing Shia?
What do you mean? What's so Marxist? Shias are enemies of the proletariat. It's like pretty obvious.
No, in Lebanon, a lot of Shia are in the Communist Party. So, what's so Shia about? What's so Marxist about killing Shia?
In the Communist Party in Lebanon, since I live here, I know, the Communist Party in Lebanon is very revisionist. Like, you wouldn't believe it.
You're saying they're revisionist? You're saying Saddam's not revisionist?
Yes, Saddam is not revisionist. What do you think?
You sound stupid.
Saddam actually had the most socialist policies. Like, he was more communist, more hardliner than fucking Khrushchev and Brezhnev, man. He was extremely communist.
He wasn't a revisionist.
He wasn't. Him and Ansat Duri actually like applied Marx's words.
But Saddam said he was a revisionist.
He didn't say that. He actually said he was a Marxist-Leninist. The other day I was reading on Frame of Liberation that Saddam Hussein was actually like one of the most socialist leaders in the world. He actually like followed Marx.
Okay, here's a trick question.
Yeah.
Trick question. What is about Saddam that's socialist that's not Assad?
What?
What makes Saddam socialist but not Hafiz al-Assad?
Hafiz al-Assad was a Shia.
What is a Shia? What makes him not socialist?
Alawites cannot be communist. They drink alcohol. That's like
Shia can be communist, but Sunni can.
Yeah.
Why? How stupid.
Because, for example, the only place that had communism in the Muslim world was Central Asia and under the Sunni regime in Iraq.
No, Azerbaijan was Shia.
Azerbaijan was barely communist. They were very revisionist. Even Stalin said so.
Azerbaijan was part of the Soviet Union. How are they revisionist?
It barely was. They were forced to be in there. They didn't want to.
So was Central Asia.
Central Asia is all Sunni. Central Asia was very loyal to the USSR.
And Azerbaijan wasn't?
Azerbaijan wasn't at all. They genocided Armenians like in the 80s. They started having border conflicts. It's very complicated.
There was conflicts between Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan and fucking Central Asia. So
that's not true at all. That's not true whatsoever.
They don't have hostility?
They don't. No. They didn't in
Central
the
Asian
USSR.
republics have
They
big
didn't in the USSR, no.
The
They're
fuck
full of
is
shit. They have
the
big
fuck-
hostility.
the fuck is everybody talking about?
And you do know that Izzat Duri was socialist. He worked with Brezhnev and Deng. And he didn't privatize like Assad. Assad, the first day he got into power, he started privatizing.
Saddam didn't privatize nothing?
Capitalist he was.
Saddam didn't privatize nothing?
No, Saddam didn't privatize anything.
He did privatize shit.
He collectivized everything. He made unions,
No,
he made
it's not true. He
co-op,
privatized
he had
shit,
workers' self-management. He had the workers' interest in mind, the proletariat.
Not everybody has some worker self-management. Who cares?
Saddam had it to a very large extent in the country. The network was extremely developed.
Okay, you just sound like you're talking out of your ass. I can't confirm or deny.
Okay, I'll get you the sources. One sec.
Saddam socialist, but not Hafiz al-Assad.
Hafiz was a revisionist. What are you talking
Saddam
about?
wasn't revisionist.
Yes, Saddam wasn't a revisionist. He literally had the interest of the proletariat.
You're just a bigot who hates Shia, and you're using communism as an excuse for that.
I'm not. I don't hate Shias. I don't hate Shias. I hate Shiism. I hate Shiism because it's anti-communist. It's very reactionary. You have to look at it from a reactionary point of view, from a materialistic point of view.
Okay, Daesh is not reactionary?
Who?
Daesh?
They're not. Have you seen the Italian Communist Party's this letter about supporting Daesh against imperialism?
He said ISIS is revolutionary, is what you're saying.
I'm saying they are anti-imperialist. That's what the Italian Communist Party said. Yeah, what do you think? One of their main issues was this.
Right now. You sound so stupid.
I'm not stupid, bro. I'm just stating facts.
You are stupid.
I'm not. Hafiz privatized. Every Shia leader is privatizing.
You just hate Shia. Get the stick out of your ass.
I dislike Shiism. Yes, that's true.
Get out of your ass.
I'm not, though. You can literally read it.
Why is Shiism anti-imperialist?
What?
You said you hate Shiism because it's reactionary, but you're okay with ISIS.
I didn't say I'm okay with ISIS. I said I critically support them.
But
as the Italian Communist Party said. It's not me that's saying there's professional politicians out there, people who actually know their
Amr, you sound so stupid. You sound so primitive.
I'm literally fucking spitting facts. Like,
No. You sound primitive. You're just a sectarian. I'm
not a sectarian. No, not at all. I'm actually one of the most progressive people in Lebanon.
No, you're not. You're sectarian. You just hate
Shia. I have many Shia friends. You wouldn't believe it. I have many Shia friends.
No. There's reactionary Sunni and Shia. It's not just Shia.
No. Sunnis are way less reactionary by nature.
It depends where. No. A lot of Sunnis think Shia are too relaxed.
Iran, for example, Iran was literally supported by Israel and the USA here.
Biggest bullshit. USA was seen shaking hands with Iraq, giving funds to Iraq.
Literally, Israel and the US provided 10% of fucking Iran's equipment.
Okay.
Insane.
Yeah, okay. Israel did give some stuff to Iran because they hated Iraq. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
But right now, here and now, as we speak, who's Israel supporting?
Israel has supported Iran under the table many times, and they still
right now Israel and Iran are allies.
Yeah, they are. It's a fucking conspiracy to divide up the Arab world to keep us from rising up.
It's Iran's problem that they signed the Abraham Accords. That's Iran that did that. Betrayed the Palestinians.
They did not do it officially, no. But they did do it de facto. They are very fucking allied with Israel.
The Abraham Accords. Who supports the Palestinians?
You do know that Iran still acquires Israeli technology. That's why they have precise missiles.
Who gives the Palestinians money and arms? Who does it?
Saddam Hussein used to do.
He's gone. Who does it now?
49 missiles at Tel Aviv. Iran shot 0.
Who's been doing it?
Who's been doing it right now? No one.
No, Iran has been doing it.
Iran has not been doing it. Iran supports its proxies, its dogs, and Hezbollah and the
So
PMF.
stupid. In 2009, who's giving them arms? In 2009,
In 2009, Saudi Arabia provided arms to the Palestinians.
like this guy's in denial. You're denying reality.
I'm not in denial at all. You can look at the facts. I literally posted the fucking Israel supporting Iran.
You're the blight and scum of the Middle East. You're a sectarian.
I'm not sectarian at all.
Yes,
I'm not sectarian at all.
Yes,
I'm actually very progressive for Lebanese
you
standards.
hate Shia.
If you hate Shia, no.
And you think
I don't hate Shias. I don't hate Shias at all. At all. You're just generalizing. You're being anti-Sunni right now.
No, when have I said anything against Sunnis?
You're saying that I'm anti-Shia because I'm Sunni.
But you just said that it's a revolutionary thing to kill Shias.
When did I say that? You're taking my words out of context.
Okay, you meant killing the reactionary ones.
Yes, I'll kill all of the reactionary ones, yes.
Okay, but not the Sunni ones?
No, because the Sunnis are automatically anti-imperialist. Like, their religion...
Sunni reactionaries, anti-imperialists, and Shia reactionaries, they should be killed.
Shia reactionaries are very pro-imperialist. They work with the US.
Look, you're just making things up. Who's not with the US?
They literally sent thousands of TOW missiles. They sent thousands of F-14 parts to Iran during the Iran-Iraq war, and they still do.
How long ago was that?
They still provide Iran with guidance systems for their missiles. It's insane.
But that's why America killed Soleimani.
America killed Soleimani as a false flag attack, as an agreement with Iran to make it seem like they're having a Cold War. It's all BS. It's all just to keep us divided.
But yours is a conspiracy with no evidence, and the surface is that the Sunni states in the Gulf are the ones allied with Israel right now. That's on the surface. But yours is a conspiracy theory with no evidence.
No, there is evidence. I literally read on Al-Arabiya the other day that Iran is literally social imperialist.
You read on Al-Arabiya. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Al-Arabiya said Iran is literally social imperialist. They've been funneling oil money from Iraq, using it for their own interests of their own people.
Okay. Maybe that's true. But how is that evidence that they're supported by Israel?
That's unrelated. I'm talking about something else.
Give me evidence Iran is supported by Israel.
I posted the stats. They literally got a fuck ton of TOW missiles from
the war in the 80s. Now, I'm talking now.
It wasn't only in the 80s. They always had arms dealers, ex-Shahists.
When Netanyahu, we're always talking about we have to bomb Iran. It's all a show, right?
Wikipedia has Iran and Israel on the same side of the page on Syrian civil war.
Oh, okay, so it's all conspiracy. It's all fake.
It is. Israel and Iran are actually on the same side. They just want to keep the fingers.
What's your evidence?
I literally told you there's Al-Arabiya.
You told me about the war in the 80s. What other evidence?
I told you. Al-Arabiya, Wikipedia, everything, man.
Al-Arabiya is Saudi-funded news, and they didn't even say that. It's so stupid.
They aren't Saudi-funded news, though. They are state news. There's difference between being funded and being state news.
How is that better?
That's better because a state's news is more reliable.
It's Saudi Arabia's state news is better than being funded by them?
Yes, because they're reliable. They have information from inside the government.
Tell me how this debate's going, because I don't know if I'm crazy. Is he winning the debate, guys?
I technically am.
I think he's doing okay. I mean, I don't know shit about Islam, so.
I don't even think he's really winning the debate at all. Nor.
Kurdistan.
No one asked Kurt. Shut the fuck up.
Sus.
No one fucking cares about you either, you dumb cunt.
No one fucking cares about you, you dumb cunt. No one fucking cares.
Hey, I did want to ask you though about Christianity and communism.
Iran and the SSNP and the Communist Party in Lebanon, they're all actually a reactionary force that keeps progress from happening in the Middle East.
Okay, but ISIS isn't.
ISIS literally one of their top points, and they've stated this a lot of times, is that they want to kick out the West from the Middle East, and they want to destroy the Sykes-Picot borders.
Okay,
that's really good.
Okay. Everybody says that. Even SSNP says that they want to get rid of the Sykes-Picot.
SNP literally LARP. They cross-dress as Nazis. They literally copy-pasted the Assyrian Empire's border.
In Iraq, the Ba'ath Party has historical connections to the Nazis.
That's not true at all. The SNP's leader went to Nazi Germany.
He didn't.
He did. He went to Nazi Germany and he saw their organization, their uniform. He was like, I want to copy this. Him and Jumail went on the same trip to Nazi Germany in the 1930s Olympics.
Okay, maybe you're right. But the Ba'ath was also influenced by the Nazis.
The Ba'ath was not. For example, Michel Aflaq, he said he does not like Germanophile Arabs. He does not like taking the example of German unification.
Saad said the same thing in his writings.
Saadi was literally a race realist in his writings. It's insane. Have you read his book?
He's explicitly not. I've read his writings.
I've literally read his writings in Arabic. He literally says that the Syrian race, even though it's not homogeneous, their
race is not biological. He's not biological race. It's not biological.
It isn't, but he's still a race realist. He says Syrian culture, Syrian language.
Yeah, he means the culture, just like the Ba'ath mean the Arabic culture.
The Ba'ath was not talking about superiority. They were talking about patriotism.
Saad wasn't talking about superiority.
No, Saad talked about race realism. He wanted the Syrians to be a kind of master race in the Middle East. It's insane.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that at all. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with none of these people. But what he said from my writings, he thought that the Syrians were had a different culture, not superior or worse, just different culture than Southern Arabs. You know, so he thought.
He said in his writings that even though they're not ethnically homogeneous, they're the same culture, and that culture and language is superior.
The reason he said that was because in Ottoman times and in Roman times, Syria was one big province, and it was called Syria.
I know that. I'm not against that. But the thing is, the pivotal thing here is saying that Syrian culture is superior. That is extremely wrong.
He didn't say superior.
He said it. He said it in his book. His book about fucking what was it called? The second book about Greater Syria. He literally talked about how Syrians were one people, even though Iraqis and Kuwaitis have nothing to do. He said superior.
Where?
He literally said on like page 42. He said, الشعب السوري مرتفع عن غيره ولا مكان له في الشرق الأوسط وأنه أجدر بالتفوق على غيره من الشعوب. He literally said that. Yes.
No, you're making it up.
I'm not. You can look it up. Page 42.
No, you're making it up right now.
Literally look it up. For example, just to counter your word about Michel Aflaq being a Nazi.
No, I don't.
Michel Aflaq was literally part of the Syrian Communist Party, but he only left because the SCP supported colonialism.
Let me clarify my position. I don't think the Ba'ath were Nazis. I don't think SSNP were Nazis. No, none of them were Nazis. I'm just saying, why did you come in here and tell me that some are Nazis and others aren't, when by your own reasoning, that can be applied to the Ba'ath as well?
No, the Ba'ath was not race realist. Have you read Fi Sabil al-Ba'ath?
Like, he wasn't, Anton Saada was not race realist either.
He literally was. He talked about it openly. That's why the Ba'ath was so against the SNP.
Okay, how can we move forward? I'm saying he's not, you saying he is. How can we move forward?
I've literally provided proof, and you haven't provided any proof.
I can't trust your proof. I don't trust your proof.
Literally on the book, the second book about Greater Syria. I don't remember.
How do you have this book? You pulled it out of your ass right now. You didn't even
I
have time
literally
to
have
go
the
to your...
PDF. I literally have the PDF.
Okay, you have the PDF you pulled up right now?
I have it on my phone, yes.
Okay, let's see. Can you tell me the book?
Yeah, one sec.
Send in the Discord the exact quote and the page number. That he says Syrians are superior to everyone else.
Fuck. It's taking too long. It's over 8 megabytes.
His book is over 8 megabytes?
Yeah, it's over 8 megabytes.
Okay, here's what I want to do. Use snip and snip it out and send it.
What do you mean snip it out?
Just snip out a photo, capture the photo and send it. Screenshot it on your phone and send it.
Okay, I need to get to page 42.
And he says the Syrians are superior to everyone else.
He does.
Okay. Are you sending it in general?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it in general.
Send in VC so everyone can actually like see it anyway in like VC anyway, since I guess it's consistent.
Who the fuck talked?
I did.
Why do you sound like a faggot?
What? Yeah, I
Hey,
am.
what the fuck? That's messed up.
Why does it matter here? Seriously?
Okay. Okay, here's from page 42 translated into English.
Okay, sure.
Hey, Haas.
Hold on. The position. Yep. Okay. So. Okay, this is the evidence you're providing me, and I'm going to read it out just so everyone can see, to see if it squares up to your allegation that he's saying the Syrian people are superior and that he's a Nazi. The position of supporting the Roma-Berlin axis is to put enough pressure on the UK and France to change their negative position towards Syria and its national renaissance. Not because we trust the Axis's policy or support the annihilation of France and the UK. So he supported the Axis for what he's saying is pragmatic reasons.
Just LARP. That's just LARP. Oh, he supported the Axis to put...
But this is the evidence you're giving me. I'm sorry. You're giving me. Not my evidence, your evidence. And then
I'm giving you it. Say that you supported...
SSNP's policy is not communist nor Bolshevist. SSN policy is Syrian nationalist. And thus, SSN newspaper policy should not be fascist, Nazi, Western, So he's saying these are all foreign, all of them. Nazi, Western, fascist.
He's saying that Nazism does not apply in Syria, so they should make their own version of Nazism.
But you're not providing evidence he said that. Now, are you?
It does say. He literally...
This quote you provided... this quote you provided just now... No one can read that.
In the second one, it literally goes into more detail.
Okay, introduction, Okay, now I got it up. The formula... Okay, this isn't his words.
That's literally from the Genesis of Nations.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, this is his words. You're right. Sorry, I thought it was a research paper. No, wait, author Bashar Bassaj is the author.
Yeah, he's just compiling a bunch of his words.
No. He's writing the introduction, apparently.
No, the Genesis of that's the introduction, but then there's the Genesis of Nations. There's the
Syrian
quote.
Social Nationalist Party, founded by... This is not his writings, dude. It's not his writings. You haven't provided me any evidence.
It literally is in there.
It's not his own writings, man. It's someone talking about him.
There's quotes in there. It literally says, we stand against the Ba'ath Party. On line, 15. We stand against Lebanese nationalism, against the Ba'ath Party. We support the Nazi Party. We are on the same side of the axis.
Based on their... Where does he say that? He said based on their...
Line 15.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, he didn't say anything about the axis.
What do you mean? I literally read it on there. Can you read?
Yeah. Syrian Social Nationalist Party, founded by Anton Saada. Yeah, nothing about the axis I can find. Nothing. Why are you making shit up?
Look at this.
Like, why do you lie? Why are you making shit up?
I'm not lying though. I'm literally giving you facts, and you haven't done anything to prove your point.
Okay, I want everyone else to see the facts and judge themselves. Because maybe I'm crazy and I can't see it. Maybe it's invisible ink.
You might be.
Yeah, it might be invisible ink. I just can't read the invisible ink because I can't find it anywhere. You got nothing, bro. You got nothing.
Can you read that? Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to read the whole thing.
It's frustrating at this point.
But where does he say we're on the side of the... Okay, which one?
Oh, where does he say... The position of supporting the Roma...
That's a different one. I'm reading the one we shared after that. But in that one, all he's saying is that he's supporting the Axis to get pressure...
Is that not bad enough? Is that not bad enough to you?
It is. Listen, Amr, to me personally, it is. But it's not enough to say he's a Nazi because it was pragmatic from his perspective. But yeah, it is bad.
It's enough because the mere fact supporting the Nazis...
But Amr, Iraq was worse. Iraq actually was collaborating with the Germans, not just supporting them, collaborating.
That was Rashid Ali al-Ghailani. That's two different people.
And the Ba'ath didn't honor them?
The Ba'ath did not collaborate with the Germans. That's absolutely...
The Ba'ath did not honor those people who collaborated with the Germans?
They did not. No,
yes, they did.
They honored Rashid's anti-imperialist policies, but only that.
Exactly.
They were not the direct people to collaborate with the Germans.
What difference does it make, bro? What difference does it make? The whole reason I'm trying to bring this up, Amr, the reason I'm bringing this up is because the Arab nationalists, whether they're Syrian nationalists, whatever, or Ba'ath, they have a connection to the Nazis because of the UK and France's colonialism. That's
literally, if you look at Hoi 4, it says that the SNP is allied with the Axis. I don't know what more proof do you want, man. This is actually...
Okay. But what's the reason for it?
Because the SNP was just social fascist. They found a common...
They just said they're not fascist. They just said they're not fascist or Nazi. They said the only reason is to take pressure off...
They said they have their own kind of nationalism and fascism.
What's that?
Deng said that he wasn't communist like the USSR, but he was still a socialist. That doesn't make sense.
What are you... Dude, he said not fascist, Nazi, Western. That's what he said.
And then he said we are Syrian nationalists. Syrian nationalists is proto-fascist.
Maybe, but Ba'ath is the same thing then.
No, Ba'ath was very socialist. Have you read Michel Aflaq?
I know.
It's actually insane how much
it's interesting intellectual. But guess what? They're all nationalists. They all call themselves nationalists.
Nationalism is not necessarily Nazism, but Syrian nationalism.
But that's what you're saying.
No, Syrian nationalism was very Nazi.
Okay, guys, should I continue this or did I win already? Did I not win?
I think you won.
I won. I arguably won.
You just it's kind of going back in circles and talking about like who has proof and who doesn't. I don't think Amer showed any proof, so it's kind of like pointless.
Also, the Ba'ath literally was called Arab socialist. That makes them communist. So that's like.
Okay, I don't see how it makes them communist though.
It does. Like, for example, the the Nationalist Socialists, they were socialists.
But Ba'ath didn't call themselves communists. They didn't use that word.
They called themselves Arab socialists, and Michel Aflaq once said in his book that the Arab socialists' interests align with the Soviet Union.
Yeah, but he didn't say they didn't call themselves communists.
They did.
Okay, they did.
They said Arab nationalism and Arab socialism and communism all align. They all complete each other.
Or the SSNP call themselves communists. Neither of them do.
Here, look at this. Look at.
Okay, what? So this is what you wanted to debate me about? What was your point? What is that supposed to tell me?
What? You can't read Arabic?
No, I can't. Tell me what it's. I'm stupid. Tell me what it's supposed to tell me.
Okay, look at this. ولكن خلقكم مندثرا وإنتاجكم مبعثرا وعمرانكم مهدم في الوضع القومي, which means that he's talking to the Syrian people. He's saying your production, I don't know how to say it, your like byproduct, what you're producing, your work is all part of the greater cause for a national socialist Syria.
He doesn't use national socialist. He says
he was Allah Qawmi.
Social nationalist.
In Arabic, that's national socialist.
No, social nationalism.
Allah Qawmi. Do you not know that? That's the last word in the sentence, actually.
Okay. Maybe you're right. I don't know if he uses that word. I don't know. Maybe you're right. You got me there. I can't. I just can't verify or deny it. But the evidence you previously provided didn't hold up. I can't.
He literally admitted.
So this is the linchpin then, because you're right. I can't confirm that means national socialism. I can't. I have no way of confirming that. Except
I mean, you can ask other Arabic people if you want to.
I can't confirm that's national socialism he's talking about. Okay. You ran in circles just to justify your sectarian position.
It's not sectarianism. It's like if you read about Shia theology, for example, their support for trans people, that's social fascist.
Because they support transgenders, it's social fascism?
Yes. Have you seen how many trans people are Nazis? It's like basically social fascism. Sunnis know how to be progressive. They don't tread on reactionary. They don't try.
Listen, both Sunni and Shia have backward views. Okay, but you're just isolating the Shia because you're sectarian.
I'm not sectarian. I'm not.
Yeah.
I have many Shia friends.
Let me tell you something.
Friends. I have many Maronite friends. I go to a Maronite.
You will never be worthy of a Middle Eastern socialism. You're just a sectarian. You're backwards. You don't believe in unity of the people.
People who I support, people who have the same ideology as me, literally founded Arab socialism and socialism in the Middle East. We literally founded this.
And where did it go?
We can't take credit for it.
What happened to it?
The Americans took it out. What am I supposed to say?
Okay.
Plus, we still exist.
It's never coming back.
It is. For example, Assad the other day converted to Sunnism. His wife made him convert. Now he's turning into an actual Arab socialist.
So you like Assad now because he's a Sunni?
Yeah, when he officially announces he converted.
Who cares? I don't care.
I do care.
Why? Why does it matter he's a Sunni or Shia?
Because, as I said, theology, the difference in theology.
So you're saying Sunni theology is inherently more progressive than Shia?
Yes.
So you're dragging your backward-ass sectarian bullshit and
just not backward at all. It's like actually proven.
I think Shias can say the reverse is true. If you want to
Well, Shias can say it, but it doesn't mean it's true.
But you're saying it doesn't mean it's true either. You're saying doesn't mean it's true either. You're just a sectarian bigot.
Sunnis, Shias are literally monarchists by theology. Sunnis had elections.
I'll give you this. Both are monarchists. But Shia, because of the Safavids, they are less expansionist.
No, Sunnis are more revolutionary. They literally had the first elections in the Middle East. They elected the caliphs. Unlike the Shias,
you're confusing the monarchy of Ali. You're confusing the meaning. That theology is more complicated. You're twisting the meaning. Okay? You're twisting the meaning.
No, I don't know if you've read fucking Shia theology, but it clearly says that they want the caliph to be Ali and his descendants and the Ahlul Bayt.
Now I have to argue about you with this bullshit. You're not.
I mean, if you don't want to debate, you can admit I won.
Amr, I can debate about this, but I can only debate it with an enlightened, non-sectarian person.
I'm non-sectarian. I've said it clearly.
Amr, you are sectarian to the bone. You are just a sectarian.
I'm not at all.
I can't talk to you about Islam because you don't care about Islam. You care about dumb sectarian bullshit, tribal bullshit.
I do care about Islam because I do not. That's why I dislike Shiism, because it corrupts Islam.
Okay, but you're
its teachings are inherently against Islam. Islam in the Quran it says,
you're a prejudiced sectarian. You're prejudiced.
No, in the Quran it says وَإِنْ دَخَلُوا مُلُوكًا قَرْيَةً أَفْسَدُوهَا, which means if kings enter a village, they corrupt it and degenerate it. And what do the Shias want to do? They want to establish a monarchy with Ahlul Bayt.
No, they don't. They don't actually, because of the martyrdom in the Shia theology. There can't be any more monarchy. But here's another thing. There's two things that make that stupid, right? Two things. And I'm not even a Shiaist. I'm not a Shia Islamist. But I'm playing the devil's advocate because I'm in law school, so I know how to do this shit. Just to fight you as a sectarian, because you're a sectarian. Two things that make that stupid. One thing, historically, the Shia were the revolutionaries against the corrupt kings, the corrupt caliphs. They were revolutionaries in history.
If you're talking about the revolution in Iran, the Abbasid revolution, that wasn't Shia at all.
No. The Abbasids were supported by Shia, but they weren't led by Shia. But those aren't what I'm talking about.
Iran was fully Sunni at the time.
I know it was Sunni. It was led by Sunnis. But,
no, Iran, like the people there were Sunni.
I'm talking about. If you wanted to rebel against the Caliph, you became Shia. The Shia
That's not true at all.
Second thing, in Khomeini's ideas, Khomeini believes in Islamic Republic, not monarchy. Islamic Republic. So
Khomeini believes in coming in goats. That's all I read. He believes in coming in goats. He believes in trans surgery. It's like very degrading to Islam.
Okay, but I can't confirm or deny any of that because a lot of the theologians in the Middle East are backward, including the ones from Saudi Arabia. They're also backward. Everyone's backward.
I do not like Saudi Arabia. I'm a Hanafi. There's differences between Wahhabis and Hanafis.
Okay.
Hanafis are the most progressive sect of Islam out there.
Amr, one Arab, one Muslim to another. Word of advice. Do not muddy your sectarian background. Do not muddy Marxism with your sectarian background and assume that Marxism and communism is just there to support your sectarian prejudices. Because it's going to pollute your enlightenment. It's going to pollute your ability to appreciate Marxism. And it's also going to pollute you as a human being.
I know a Shia who can debate you tomorrow. He has the same exact point of views as me. Yeah, he can back me up. Just so you know, I'm not sectarian.
So he's a Shia and he's going to say Shia is worse?
Yep.
And why is he
going to support Saddam? He's going to say Shiism is bad. But Shias are not bad, as I said.
But why doesn't he convert to Sunni then?
Because he still believes in most of the teachings of Shiism. He just thinks that Shiism needs reform. Because
I'm not.
Sunnism is more progressive.
I am not for Shiism, but I also recognize that Sunni Islamism is also an issue. It's not just one or the other.
No, I think, and to respond to your previous point about Marxism backing up my sectarian theology or whatever, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that my theology applies to Marxism. It backs Marxism, not the other way around. I'm saying that Shiism is inherently against any kind of socialism. I just read theology and I deduced from it that that socialism cannot be applied in a Shia state.
How convenient.
What do you mean, how convenient?
All over the Middle East, Shias tend toward socialism and communism because they're a minority. Not because of the theology, because they're a minority.
Yeah, they don't care about the ideology. They just want to be there because they're a minority.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that none of Sunni or Shia inherently makes you more progressive or more communist.
I inherently disagree with that point. As I've stated before, like Sunnism is very compatible with socialism. It was one of the first proto-socialists.
Maybe it's compatible. It might be compatible, but you can't say one is reactionary and the other is not. Either both are compatible or none are compatible. Either both are compatible or none are compatible. Choose.
No, because Shiism is not Islam. There's like two differences.
Okay.
Sunnism is Islam. It's compatible. Shiism is not. It deviates.
Okay, I know a lot of people think this. But guess what? It's a sectarian view.
It's not at all. It's not like if you look at it from a neutral, like unbiased.
Amr, the conflict between Shia and Sunni goes back so long. Sunni say that one is not Muslim. Some say that they're not Muslim, but they've been saying that. It's a two-way conflict. That's one side of the story. There's another side.
The other side is wrong. But my side is right. It's like clear.
But they say you're junk too. So
yeah, but I've provided evidence. What evidence do they have? They have nothing.
No, they have evidence, my friend. Everyone can have evidence.
That's not true because.
But if you're a human being, you would never say some are true and some aren't. You say if millions of people practice this religion and they call themselves Muslim, who are you to say they're not? You're just being a bigot. You're being prejudiced.
I've read the theology, and I know I know more about Shiism than most Shias. Actually,
you just hate Shias.
I do not. I have a lot of Shia friends. I have Shia relatives. I just hate Shiism as a religion. Shut the fuck up, Curtis, fucking retard.
Wait. I want to hear what he has to say. What are you saying?
Well, the thing is, like, he's just actually whopping. I think he's only actually using, like, I have Shia friends as, like, tokens. That's what he's doing. He's using them as, like, fucking tokens.
Yeah.
The tokenizing Shias only just actually make your point more valid. That's it. Just face it, you don't actually have any Shia friends.
No, anyways, I was saying that Shia... Yeah, Prism is Shia, for example.
Who is?
Prism.
What is?
Prism.
Where is he? Prism, are you here? I can't hear him.
He's in general VC chat.
He's with us right now. I can't hear him.
It's 5 a.m.
I can't hear him either, man. No one can.
Yeah, it's 5 a.m. All right.
Prism, you're Shia?
Yeah.
This just proves my point. I'm not sectarian at all. I'm just against the theological values of Shiism.
Okay,
You know
everyone
what?
like Shia friends, so what?
No, not everyone is Shia friend. They're a very small minority.
You're very backward and sectarian.
I'm not sectarian at all, actually.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
very confident in my progressiveness. I'm very tolerant of people.
Okay, man. Hey, I wanted to ask you about I wanted to ask you about Christianity and communism, Hans. Can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because a lot of these like middle class workers are like very Christian or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like when they hear, I know some people when they hear communists, they think about communism being like anti-God or people who are communists are anti-God,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, how would you what's the word? Convince these people that communism won't try to like erase their religion because they did do that in Russia and stuff like
I would
that.
just say that just use what the people already know. Religion becomes corrupt. Institutions corrupt the religion, and it becomes tied to the interests of the rich and powerful. And as to their private religious beliefs, it's none of your business. We don't have a problem.
Yeah, but would churches would churches be allowed in the communist state?
Of course. There's no reason to say no. There's no reason.
But you don't want to kill the gays? What kind of French liberal communist are you?
The fuck? Who said that?
You are me.
Vladimir Putin. All right, Putin. I gotta ban you because we have to keep the server safe from being banned. So sorry, man.
You and your liberal kind. You don't believe in free speech.
All right.
We just actually don't want our server
Bye,
to be
Mr.
banned
Putin.
anyway.
You can't be talking about killing the gays in this server. Okay?
Yeah, we don't want to kill nobody, man.
Okay. Now, Ahmed, I wish you the best of luck. But you know what? I just hope you can find it within yourself to look past your backward sectarian ways and positions.
I think that's a cope with the theological values that Shiism shows to the world.
I think you just hate. There's a lot of things about Shia theology I find beautiful, and I disagree with you a lot. I think you're being sectarian. You can find beauty in all religion, and you just hate Shias because for sectarian tribal reasons, and you're trying to judge.
I do not hate Shias. In fact, a third of my tribe is Shia.
Okay, but it's still tribal. This conflict between Sunni and Shia, it's a tribal conflict.
It has nothing to do with tribes. Many tribes that have Shia have Sunni.
But you aggravate a stupid conflict. You aggravate stupid conflict.
I've just analyzed it from a materialistic point of view. I've analyzed this.
There's a Soviet Marxist from the Soviet Union. He was a Muslim. He was from Central Asia. He said something beautiful. I think I want to recommend him to you. I want to recommend him to you, but I forgot his name. Maybe I'll do it later. He said, in Islam, Shia is the more esoteric component and Sunni is the more exoteric component, and that the two are not, the two can be reconciled. They just different ways of looking at it. It's such a wonderful thing he said. If you had that mentality, you'd get far as a socialist where you live.
I sincerely think he's wrong. Like, as much as I respect his work, but he is wrong in that.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I think I've heard of him. Was he Kazakh or Turkmen? I don't remember.
I don't know. I forget, but I forget his name. But
I really like him because he's actually a Sunni.
I like how you said that. That was great.
Okay, well, you know what? See how far this sectarianism is going to get you. It's not going to get you very far. You're going to promote the inner conflict of your own nation and the division of your own people. Good luck. See how far it gets you.
Lebanon is already divided. I don't need to divide it more.
No, I know, but you're not helping as a so-called socialist or communist. Your duty is to bring unity to the people against the true class enemy. And instead of doing that, you're promoting stupid, petty bullshit, sectarian divisions. And you are not worthy of the name communist, my friend. You're not. Communists in history are above petty division. They're above religious division. They're above ethnic division. They're above national division even. They're not ignoring those realities, but they dwell in a place above all of that bullshit. They don't justify their convictions based on their sectarian background.
I think sectarianism and class conflicts are very related. For example, in Syria, Alawites are the ruling class. They have all the riches. They control 99% of the...
Granted, they are related. You're right, they are related. But in a country like Iraq, I'm not so sure.
In Iraq, Shias control the power. That's well known.
Okay, that's your view.
Wait, Hodge, you said that communists were above national division. Can you have nationalism and communism, or is that
Yes, you can as a mass phenomenon, but as individuals, you don't harbor backward, petty views.
Gotcha. Okay.
As an individual,
So people like in the same country. That's what you're saying.
What Lenin said is that communists fill their minds with the treasures of mankind. They don't use the ideology as an excuse to extend their petty prejudices.
Lenin said that Sunnis are actually like the most progressive Muslims out of the world.
That would probably be Christians, to be honest with you, man. It's probably Christians.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, what? Tell me, are you trolling? You're trolling. Come on. If you're trolling, you're hilarious.
I think he was with the last one, with the last sentence, probably, but...
Okay.
I've been fucking trolling the entire time.
Wallah, you're trolling the whole time.
You actually?
Yeah, we were all in on it.
You fucking got me. You fucking got me, my friend.
Damn, dude, that was a good troll.
You got me, my friend. Don't post it. It's a sensitive topic, Some people... Yeah. Okay, my friend Amr. I give you props for the trolling. You did well. I gotta go to bed. Bye, my friend.
Damn, bro, what the fuck?
Well, I'm not good as well. Take care, motherfuckers.
That was fucking insane. I pulled it off like multiple times from
Infrared is based.
Yeah, actually, respect, though he didn't ban me. I thought he would rage and ban me, like, for calling him a pussy like 30 times on the YouTube. Then I didn't the recording. Oh my god.